we'll get back to Cruise because I agree that the best thing about this movie is that it is occasionally a Tom Cruise movie. You know, because a lot of the time it's not. But I mean, do we want to go through the plot of this thing? I mean, essentially,
it's so overcomplicated.
Cruise is he's like a soldier who treasure hunts occasionally. He's like a rakish, like the usual Cruise type.
Yeah,
where he's just like this charming rogue, essentially. You know?
But also somehow Dr. Jekyll is involved in this, played by Russell Crowe.
So he unleashes this mummy character. The mummy is out creating mischief, but then also we learn about midway through the movie that that they're really doing the work for this to be a shared universe, because Russell Crowe shows up as Dr. Jekyll, but he's like the Nick Fury version of Jekyll. You know, he's like leading this team of
characters without name.
Yeah, I mean, they're
who stand around in the background, somehow come out with
much.
assault rifles.
They got earpieces. I mean, it's totally S.H.I.E.L.D. And there's a scene where they walk through, and basically it's just a room of Easter eggs.
Yeah,
like there's just like a vampire skull and just
there's the arm of the creature from the Black Lagoon. Right. And those parts of it are a little tedious. I mean,
it's the whole middle act of the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, the middle act of this movie, and it does something that. So this is the movie has been directed, co-written, and sort of franchise shaped, I'll say, by Alex Kurtzman, who has been sort of the last few years has been sort of one of the architects of a lot of franchises. He worked on the Transformers films. He worked on the Amazing Spider-Man movies. He worked on Abrams' Star Trek films. He's been in the trenches of franchise building, you know, and I actually think that has affected the way that he tells stories. Honestly, to me, they feel like blueprints or checklists. You know?
I mean, I remember reading that line, and you wrote something along those lines in your review, and just I very much agree. And I think that's true of a lot of the storytelling that we just see coming out of Hollywood. These studios have become so. Once you get that rush of launching a successful franchise, or you get that jealousy in you because you see somebody else has got, Marvel's got their thing going on. Everybody is thinking in terms of these franchises to the point where we're seeing films that are barely even. It's just like a piece of something that doesn't exist.